Let me tell you something, you're running out of time. Every second that passes is one you'll never get back. While you're hesitating, overthinking, and waiting for the right moment, time is slipping through your fingers. The truth is there's no pause button on life. You don't get a second chance to relive today. Think about this, how many days have you wasted waiting? How many opportunities have you let pass because you thought you had more time? That job you wanted, that skill you wanted to learn, that dream you kept pushing aside, it's all still sitting there, untouched, while the clock keeps ticking. Most people live as if they have forever, but one day you'll wake up and there won't be any more time left to do what you always said you would. The question is, will you realize it before it's too late? Let's get real. Time is the most valuable thing you have. More valuable than money, more valuable than anything you own. Yet most people treat it like it's limitless, wasting it on things that don't matter, thinking they can always get it back. Imagine this. If you had $24,000 deposited into your bank account every morning, but at midnight, whatever you didn't use was gone forever, how would you spend it? You'd probably make sure not a single dollar went to waste. But guess what? Everyday life deposits 24 hours into your account, and most people waste them without a second thought. You can always make more money, you can always buy new things, but once time is gone, it's gone forever. Think about everything you've let slip away, skills you never developed, relationships you never built, dreams you never chased. What has it cost you? Here's the harsh reality. The way you spend your time today is shaping your future. If you don't start guarding it like your most precious asset, you'll wake up one day realizing you spent your life on things that never matter. And by then, it'll be too late to change. Be honest with yourself. Are you actually living, or are you just going through the motions? Wake up, go to work, scroll through your phone, waste hours on distractions, go to bed, repeat. Another day gone. Another 24 hours you'll never get back. How many times have you said, I'll do it tomorrow, only to realize tomorrow looks exactly like today? Days turn into weeks, weeks turn into years. And before you know it, you've spent your life watching others live while you stayed stuck. Ask yourself, when was the last time you did something that truly moved you forward? Not just something to pass the time, but something that actually built your future. Are you creating something meaningful, or are you just surviving? Look around. Most people exist in a cycle of distraction, entertainment, and delay. They tell themselves they'll start someday, but someday never comes. Because someday is just another word for never. If you don't take control now, you'll wake up one day wondering where your life went. The question is, will you choose to break the cycle or stay trapped in it? Later. The most dangerous lie we tell ourselves: later I'll start that business, later I'll get in shape, later I'll chase my dream. But later never comes. It turns into next month, next year, and eventually never. Look back at all the things you said you'd do someday. How many of them are still waiting? Most people don't fail because they aren't capable. They fail because they keep waiting. Waiting for motivation, waiting for the perfect time, waiting for life to magically align in their favor. But that's not how success works. Nothing changes until you do. If you keep waiting for the right moment, you'll waste your entire life watching opportunities pass you by. There is no perfect time, there is only now. And the longer you wait, the harder it gets. What if I told you that success isn't about luck or intelligence, it's about how you use your time? Look at the people who succeed. They're not the smartest. They're not the most talented. They're the ones who refuse to wait. You don't need more time. You need to stop wasting the time you already have. The second you stop making excuses and start taking action, everything changes. This is your turning point. No more waiting. No more hoping. No more someday. Your future starts right now. The only question is, are you ready to take control of it? Most people chase money. They work longer hours, stress over promotions, and dream of financial freedom. But ask any self-made millionaire and they'll tell you money isn't the real wealth. Time is. Think about it. You can always make more money, but you can never make more time. The wealthiest, most successful people in the world don't just manage money. They guard their time like their life depends on it, because it does. Now look at your own life. How much of your time is spent on things that actually build your future? Or are you spending hours scrolling, binge watching, and avoiding the work that truly matters? High achievers understand that every wasted minute is a lost opportunity. They don't spend hours arguing online, watching mindless content, or procrastinating on decisions. They invest their time in learning, building, and growing. So let me ask you, world-class performers protect their time like gold. Why don't you? If you treated time with the same urgency as money, where would you be a year from now? It's time to stop wasting your most valuable asset. Every single day, life gives you 86,400 seconds. That's your daily allowance, no more, no less. At midnight, whatever you haven't used wisely is gone forever. So how are you spending yours? Let's break it down. How many of those seconds go into building your future, learning, improving, taking action? And how many slip away on distractions you don't even remember? Think about the hours spent mindlessly scrolling, watching random videos, or engaging in pointless conversations. Now multiply that by 365 days. How much of your life have you already wasted? If someone handed you $86,400 every morning, but told you whatever you didn't use would disappear at night, would you waste it? Or would you make every dollar count? Time works the same way. The truth is, most people don't feel the urgency of time because they don't see the loss happening in real time. But make no mistake, every wasted second adds up. The difference between success and failure is how you spend these moments. So take a hard look at your daily routine. Are you investing in your future, or are you just passing time? Because how you spend today determines where you'll be tomorrow. If you had to write down every wasted hour from this past week, what would that list look like? Endless social media scrolling? Watching random shows? Avoiding work that actually moves your life forward? It all adds up. Here's a hard truth. Most people are paying a high price for their bad habits, and they don't even realize it. Every wasted hour isn't just lost time, it's lost progress, lost skills, lost growth. It's the difference between the life you have and the life you want. Successful people don't just work harder, they eliminate distractions. Think about it, what could you accomplish if you replaced every wasted hour with something productive? How much stronger would your body be if you spent that time exercising? How much smarter would you be if you used it to read, learn, and grow? Success isn't about working 24/7. It's about cutting out what's stealing your future. The question is, are you willing to take control, or will you keep letting distractions decide your fate? Imagine waking up every morning to $86,400 in your bank account. But there's a catch: whatever you don't spend by midnight disappears. No saving it, no carrying it over. What would you do? Would you waste it, or would you make sure every single dollar went to something meaningful? Now replace that money with seconds, because that's exactly what happens every single day. Life deposits 86,400 seconds into your time account every morning. And by the end of the day, use is gone forever. Yet most people waste their time like they'll get a refund. They let it slip away second by second, hour by hour, doing things that bring them no closer to their goals. But here's the thing, time is the only currency you can't earn back. You can always make more money, but you'll never get another shot at today. So ask yourself, if your time was actual money, would you spend it the way you do now? Or would you start making every second count? Big success isn't built overnight, it's built in small, consistent actions. Most people think they need to make huge changes to see results, but the truth is, small daily improvements add up faster than you think. If you get just 1% better every day, by the end of the year, you'll be 37 times better than you are right now. Think about that, just 1% better. That's reading a few pages of a book instead of scrolling. That's replacing 10 minutes of distractions with focused action. That's choosing to work on your goals even when it's easier to relax. The difference between success and regret isn't talent or luck, it's how consistently you use your time. So don't wait for a perfect moment. Start now. Small, smart choices repeated daily will lead to massive results. The only question is, how will you use your time today? Excuses don't just slow you down, they steal your future. Every time you say, I don't have time, what you're saying is, I'm not making a priority. Be honest, how many times have you blamed time when the real problem was lack of discipline? How many times have you told yourself you'll start tomorrow, only to repeat the same cycle of delays? Excuses drain your ambition. They take your energy, your momentum, and your opportunities. Every second spent justifying why you can't is a second you could have used to prove that you can. Look at the people who succeed. They don't have more time than you, they just refuse to waste it. They don't make excuses, they make adjustments. So ask yourself, are you letting excuses rob you of your future? Or are you ready to take full responsibility for your time? Because until you do, success will always be just out of reach. The choice is yours. Keep making excuses or start making progress. Let's get one thing straight, I don't have time is a lie. Every person on this planet gets the same 24 hours in a day. It's not about time, it's about priorities. Look at the people who achieve incredible things. They have jobs, families, responsibilities just like you, but they use their time differently. They wake up earlier, cut out distractions, and stay focused when others waste hours on things that don't matter. Now, compare that to the average person. They say they don't have time, but somehow they have time for endless scrolling, watching TV, or overthinking instead of taking action. The truth is, it's never been about time, it's always been about choices. If success mattered to you as entertainment, you'd find the time. If building your future was as urgent as checking social media, you'd already be ahead. So ask yourself, are you actually out of time, or are you just out of priorities? Because the people who succeed aren't waiting for time to appear, they're pure creating it. Success isn't just about managing time, it's about managing energy. Think about the people you spend time with, the habits you've built, and the routines you follow. Are they fueling your success or draining your potential? Some people lift you up, push you forward, and challenge you to be better. Others pull you down, fill your mind with negativity, and waste your time with meaningless drama. One group builds your energy, the other steals it. The same goes for your habits. Some activities sharpen your mind, strengthen your body, and move you closer to your goals. Others leave you drained, distracted, and further behind. If you're constantly exhausted, unmotivated, or stuck, it's time to look at what and who is stealing your energy. Because if you keep surrounding yourself with distractions and negativity, you'll never have the strength to chase success. So here's the real question. Are you surrounding yourself with energy builders or energy drainers? The answer will determine how far you go. Most people aren't stuck because they lack talent. They're stuck because their time is being stolen by invisible traps. And if you don't recognize them, they'll keep holding you back. Let's break down the 4 biggest time wasters that are quietly destroying your potential. Social media addiction. How much of your day is lost in mindless scrolling? One video turns into 10, one post turns into an hour. Meanwhile, the life you want is slipping away while you're lost in someone else's. Toxic relationships. Some people drain your energy and fill your mind with negativity. If you're constantly surrounded by people who complain, criticize, or hold you back, you're wasting time in the wrong crowd. Multitasking. You think you're getting more done, but in reality, you're getting nothing done well. High achievers focus on one thing at a time. Stop trying to juggle everything, master one thing, then move to next. Fear of failure, overthinking, waiting for the perfect moment, and doubting yourself. That's wasted time you'll never get back. Fear will paralyze you unless you start moving despite it. If you want real success, you must recognize these time wasters and cut them out now. Because the longer you let them control your life, the harder it becomes to break free. Enough talk, it's time to take action. Right now, identify the biggest time waster in your life. Is it social media? Toxic relationships? Overthinking? Whatever it is, make the decision to cut it down or eliminate it completely starting today. Because if you don't, nothing changes. Your future is shaped by what you do today, not by what you plan to do later. So make the choice, take back control. And start using your time like your future depends on it, because it does. In a world full of noise, those who can focus will dominate. Every day your mind is bombarded with distractions, notifications, social media, emails, endless entertainment. It's stealing your attention, your time, and your future. The truth is, most people can't focus for more than a few minutes without reaching for their phone. That's why they stay stuck. They jump from one thing to another, never making real progress. But the few who can control their attention, they're the ones who rise to the top. Look at the most successful people. They don't waste hours scrolling, overthinking, or doing meaningless tasks. They know that deep focus is their biggest advantage. When they work, they go all in. They cut out distractions, lock in on their goals, and produce results that average people can't match. So ask yourself, are you in control of your focus, or is your focus being controlled? Because in today's world, the ability to concentrate isn't just helpful, it's a superpower. And those who master it will always be ahead. Imagine getting into your car, turning on the GPS, and typing in nothing. Where would you end up? Nowhere. You'd waste gas, drive in circles, and never reach any real destination. Yet that's exactly how most people live their lives, drifting through each day with no clear direction. They work hard but never move forward because they don't know where they're going. And without a clear goal, you'll always feel lost. Your mind works just like a GPS. If you don't set a destination, it can't guide you. That's why successful people don't just work hard. They define exactly what they want. They set specific goals, break them into steps, and move with purpose. No wasted time. No wasted effort. So ask yourself, do you know where you're headed? Or are you just hoping that somehow one day you'll end up where you want to be? Because success isn't about hoping, it's about having a plan and following it with laser focus. Most people think being busy means being productive. But let's be real, how much of your work is actually moving you forward? Shallow, distracted work gets you nowhere, but deep focus work, that's where breakthroughs happen. Every time you switch tasks, check your phone, or get interrupted, your brain has to start over. Studies show that every distraction costs you minutes of lost focus. Now imagine that happening over and over every single day. No wonder most people feel like they're running in place. But look at top performers, they protect their focus like their life depends on it. They block out distractions, they work in focus sprints, they go deep. And that's why they achieve in hours what others struggle to do in weeks. So ask yourself, are you working deep or are you just busy? Because the secret to getting ahead isn't working more hours, it's working smarter with intense and distracted focus. Not all effort is equal. Some work changes your life. Most of it doesn't. This is where the 80/20 rule comes in. It states that 80% of your results come from just 20% of your efforts. Meaning most of what you do every day is wasting time. Think about it, what are the few things that actually move you forward? What actions get you the biggest results? Because if you're spending 80% of your time on things that don't matter, you're keeping yourself stuck. High achievers don't waste time on low-value tasks. They find the small handful of actions that create the biggest impact and they double down on them. So here's the challenge, look at your daily routine. What's actually getting you closer to your goals? What's just filling time? If you want real success, stop being busy and start being effective. Because working hard isn't enough, you have to work on the right things. Success isn't just about working hard, it's about working smart. 2 simple strategies can change the way you get things done. The 2-minute rule, if a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. Stop putting off small things, knock them out before they pile up and slow you down. The Pomodoro technique, work and focus 25-minute sprints, followed by a 5-minute break. This keeps your mind sharp and your productivity high. Why do these techniques work? Because they eliminate the biggest killer of success, delay. Most people waste time thinking about work instead of actually doing it. They overthink, hesitate, and lose momentum. But when you force yourself into action, even for just 2 minutes, you break the cycle of inaction. So if you struggle with focus, start using these methods today. Because small adjustments in how you work can create massive results in how much you achieve. Success is not random, it leaves clues. Look at the top athletes, CEOs, world-class performers, they don't rely on luck. They follow structured habits that set them up for success every single day. Think about this, if routines create champions, why don't you have one yet? Successful people don't wake up and wing it, they have a plan. They know exactly how they'll start their day, how they'll manage their time, and how they'll maximize their energy. They don't leave success to chance, they create it through daily habits. Now compare that to the average person. No structure, no consistency, just reacting to whatever comes their way. They wonder why they feel stuck, why they lack progress, why they always feel behind. The answer, they don't have a system that keeps them on track. So here's the truth, if you want to succeed, you need a routine. Not just any routine, one designed to push you forward, eliminate wasted time, and create unstoppable momentum. Because without structure, even the most talented people stay stuck. Let me ask you something, do you wake up with purpose or do you start your day on autopilot? Because how you spend the first hour of your morning determines the rest of your day. Successful people don't hit snooze. They don't roll over and scroll through social media. They take control of their mornings before the world has a chance to control them. Look at the most successful individuals, CEOs, athletes, world leaders. They have morning routines that set the tone for the day. Some exercise to sharpen their mind. Some read to gain new insights. Some plan their day so they're always ahead. But one thing is certain, they don't waste their mornings. Now compare that to the average person. They wake up late, rush through their morning, and spend the first hour reacting instead of leading. No focus, no energy, just chaos. And that's why they stay stuck, because they start their day already behind. If you want to win, start your mornings right. Whether it's journaling, working out, or setting your daily goals, create a routine that builds momentum. Because when you master your mornings, you master your life. Let's get one thing straight, success is built on habits. It's not about what you do once in a while, it's about what you do every single day. So what habits separate high achievers from everyone else? Let's break it down. Exercise, your body fuels your mind. Even a 20-minute workout increases energy, sharpens focus, and builds discipline. If you don't take care of your body, your mind suffers too. Reading, learning, the world's successful people read every day. Why? Because growth never stops. Every book, podcast, or lesson gives you an edge over those who stay the same. Daily goal setting. Winners don't drift through their day. They write down their top priorities, focus on what matters, and attack their goals with intention. Reflection, review, growth comes from awareness. High performers take time each day to reflect on what's working, what's not. and how they can improve. They don't wait for success, they adjust until they create it. So ask yourself, what daily habits are shaping your future? Because whether you realize it or not, your future is being built by what you do every single day. Every decision you make drains your mental energy. That's why high achievers don't waste brain power on small, meaningless choices. They simplify. They create systems. They remove distractions so they can focus on what truly matters. Look at some of the most successful people in the world: Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, even top athletes. They wear the same outfit every day. Why? Because eliminating small decisions frees up energy for bigger, more important choices. Now think about your own day. How much time do you waste deciding what to wear, what to eat, or what to eat? When to start working. Every unnecessary decision takes away energy that could be used for progress. So here's what you need to do: simplify your life. Create routines. Set up systems. Plan your day in advance so you're not constantly making decisions on the spot. Because the less time you spend on small, pointless choices, the more energy you have to build your future. Success doesn't happen overnight. It happens in tiny, daily improvements. If you improve by 0% every day, by the end of the 30s, 37 times better than you are today. Think about that just a little better each day, and your progress will skyrocket. But most people never start because they think change has to be big. It doesn't. Small wins repeated daily create massive results. So here's the challenge: to pick one thing to improve today. Just 1%. Then do it again tomorrow. Because real success isn't about making one big move, it's about compounding small actions until you can't be stopped. Let me tell you something that might be hard to hear. Nobody is coming to fix your life. Nobody is going to rescue you, it's on you. Most people sit around waiting for motivation, waiting for someone to believe in them, waiting for the perfect time. But guess what? That moment isn't coming. The people who succeed, they don't wait. They take control. They stop blaming their past, their circumstance, or other people. They own their choices. Look around, how many people do you know who are stuck? Stuck in a job they hate. Stuck in a cycle of complaining. Stuck in the same excuses they've been making for years. That's what happens when you wait for someone else to change your life. You have two choices: keep waiting or start moving. Because time doesn't stop. Every day you hesitate is a day you'll never get back. So ask yourself, are you going to take responsibility for your life today? Or will you look back years from now realizing that the only thing that held you back was you? Too many people believe success is something they'll achieve someday when they have more time, someday when they're ready. But that's a lie. Success doesn't happen in the future. It's built in the present. Look at anyone who's accomplished something great. They didn't wait until they felt ready. They didn't wait until everything was perfect. They started where they were with what they had and figured it out along the way. Now, ask yourself, how many dreams have you pushed into the future? How many things have you told yourself you'll start next month? How much time have you already lost waiting? The truth is, the perfect time doesn't exist. Conditions will never be just right, but you have something more powerful than the perfect moment you have right now. So stop putting your dreams on hold. Because every second you wait is another second you'll never get back. The only way to create your future is by taking action today. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need to start. Most people waste years thinking about what they want to do. They plan, they research, they analyze, but they never actually do anything. Why? Because they're afraid. Afraid of failing. Afraid of looking stupid, afraid they won't get it right the first time. But let me ask you this, what's worse, failing and learning or never trying at all? Think about some of the greatest success stories. They didn't start with everything figured out. They made mistakes, they adjusted, and they kept moving forward. You don't need perfect conditions to begin. You just need to take the first step, because action builds momentum. And once you start, you'll realize something powerful: progress beats perfection every single time. So stop overthinking. Stop waiting until you feel ready. Because success isn't about knowing everything. It's about doing something. Hesitation kills action. The longer you wait, the less likely you are to do it. But there's a simple trick that stops hesitation in its tracks, the 5-second rule. Here's how it works. The moment you feel the urge to take action, count down -5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and move. No second guessing, no overthinking, just go. Why does this work? Because hesitation triggers doubt. The more you wait, the more excuses your brain will create, but when you act immediately, you take control. You stop letting fear, laziness, or self-doubt take over. Try it. Next time you need to do something, whether it's getting out of bed, starting a workout, or making an important call, count down from 5 and move. Because every time you hesitate, you're giving away power. And every time you invest, you build the habit of getting things done. Let's be clear, you can't have both. You can make excuses or you can make progress. But you can't do both at the same time. Every time you choose an excuse, you're choosing to stay the same. Every time you say, I'll do it later, you're delaying your success. But the people who win, they don't wait. They don't look for reasons why they can't. They find a way. So here's the truth. You either take action now or you stay where you are. The choice is yours. Time is running out. What are you going to do with it? Every second you waste, you will never get back. You can't buy more time. You can't rewind it. But you can decide how you use it. The people who succeed, they don't waste time. They don't let distractions steal their future. They take control. Now it's your turn. No more waiting, no more excuses, no more delays. Because your time is your greatest asset. And if you don't use it wisely, you'll wake up one day wondering where it all went. So ask yourself, are you going to control your time or will time control you? Because in the end, the difference between success and regret is how you choose to spend today.